walk from the first concentration camp, Auschwitz, to the most prolific death camp, Birkenau. Survivors, their loved ones, and supporters lock arms on this long and painful march. I remember being shaken by the images that I saw there. The prosthetic limbs that had been ripped off incoming prisoners and gathered up in a storage room, the sheared hair, the jewelry, the instruments of torture. I remember when I witnessed all of this, how horrible it must have been for the little children who were marched into those horrendous gas chambers. And what struck me most, though, was when we were taken to a brick building, and the guide said to us, "This is the building where they kept all the stolen plunder of the incoming prisoners, the jewelry. It was there to house all of the treasure." So they named it after a land of great treasure. They actually called it Canada. Because all of those prisoners and guards had seen those advertisements from the Canadian government those decades before, that there was a land of great treasure. So they named the building after that treasure. And the guards would, in a sick joke, taunt the prisoners who had to go and work in sorting in that building by saying, "You're going to Canada today." I thought of all the people who died dreaming of coming to Canada. And it shook me. I remember breaking down in tears, and the ironic sight of Jews comforting me, a Gentile, at Auschwitz-Birkenau. It made me think of how lucky we are to be here and how important it is for us to extend those treasures to the rest of the world by standing up for what's right here, now, and everywhere. But you know what else I saw there? I saw the Jewish young people who were there to honor their grandparents or other lost loved ones. They would put small stones on top of big stones. There were no tombstones or other markings, but it was their way of saying, "We're still here. We haven't forgotten you. We still love you." And at the front, a cantor sang a beautiful psalmody, Psalm 23 in Hebrew. "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you were with me, O Lord." And that gave hope and inspiration to the people there. But most of all, I saw Israeli flags flying in the wind. The Star of David, the symbol of the Jewish people and now its homeland, was like a symbol of triumph. It said, from the faces of those Jewish young people, "We are still here. You did not stop us. You are gone and we are still alive." Think of the trash can of history. It is filled with those who have tried and failed to destroy the Jewish people. From the Pharaoh, to the Haman, to the totalitarian socialist dictators of Hitler and Stalin, all of them have been defeated. And yet the Jewish people still go on. I don't know what the world will bring tomorrow. I don't know, much less 100 years from now. But I do know this, that 1,000 years from now, whatever is going on Fridays, as the sun goes down, there will be a Shabbat in Israel. Those songs will still be sung. The Jewish people will go on, and they will still say, Am Yisrael Chai.